Hi, my name is Lexx. Whatever. And welcome back to more Blind Love. Can't believe I'm back doing this nonsense. Each new voice I heard, I tried to memorize. Since I couldn't compliment their outfits or face, I settled for the way they talked and the way they laughed. Why can't Jeff do this freaking episode? It was a kind of game for me. Instead of describing colors, patterns, or visual appearances, I had to mentally note pitches, tones, textures, and anything else my other senses could catch. It was stunning to think about, but something about how my disability forced me to use my other senses made my world seem less material and more descriptive. There were tastes to savor, smells to endure in and inhale, sounds to drown in, and surfaces to run my fingers along. Sounds, one being the arm of Sarah. That sounds like me when I go to the graveyard and sit in darkness for long periods of time, with the exception of this last part. I felt that all of this could make my writing stronger. I could delve into this new world my lack of sight put me in. Being locked up in my apartment barred me from truly experiencing these new sensations. It was a good idea to come. However, I could feel Sarah getting antsy. Was she cold? Are you okay?
Yeah, it's nothing.
I could tell that she was lying just from the sound of her voice. Why would she lie? I gently squeezed her hand, trying to calm her down. I can particularly feel your anxiousness for something through your arm. What's wrong?
I want to dance.
What?
You can't see it, but there's a dance floor, and there's a bunch of couples dancing together.
Dance? My mind went blank at the idea, unsure of how to feel. I can tell you right now how I'm feeling. I really didn't need my eyes to dance, but seeing her made any dance much more memorable than any sense could describe. I felt waves of different emotions rush at me all at once. I felt anxious, nervous, confused, sad, and blank, all at the same time. I was unsure of what to say. That sounds like me when I have to associate with the other characters. Those other personas annoy me to no end. However, I knew that she really wanted to dance just from the way she held my arm. She gripped to it, wanting so much to pull me towards the dance floor, but she remained still.
Don't worry, we can keep moving.
Oh, goodness, I gotta choose again. Let's dance, or are you sure? I mean, she wants to dance, so let's dance. Can't believe Lexx. Why am I talking about myself in the third person? I heard her gasp beside me. I must have surprised her. Happy music. Hell, I surprised myself. I looked in her direction and smiled gently, letting her know visually that I was serious. I could particularly hear a smile grow onto her face as she gently led me to the dance floor, away from the group that wanted us to join their chatter. I didn't care for their words. I wanted to make Sarah happy. If dancing made her happy, then I was willing to dance with her. Sarah finally stopped and moved to stand in front of me. I wrapped one arm around her as she lifted my other hand and let me hold it beside us. Slowly, we began to sway to the music around us, letting the soft rhythm guide our bodies side to side. The only music I listen to is dark, depressing punk grunge. This is just... Sure, I wasn't able to see her face, but I knew that Sarah was smiling like an angel. The memory of such a sight made my heart both squeeze in pain and inflate with joy. I gently pulled her body closer to me, wanting to simply feel her warmth. After a small, cute gasp, Sarah stepped closer to me to get even closer. Despite not being able to see her, I still loved the warmth of her body and the smell of her perfume. I can't read. Both reminded me consistently that she was with me. I think the difference between Jeff and I is I'm reading a little bit slower, and he reads way too fast at 20 miles an hour, so... And plus I got that deep, depressing voice, so enough to make coffee fall asleep. I wasn't in heaven or in any purgatory. I was here with her. In exchange for my eyes, I got to stay around and be with the one I loved. For moments like this, it was a fair trade. I felt Sarah lay her head against my shoulder, causing me to gently nuzzle her with my cheek. I did that one on purpose. You know you can't blame me if I step on your toes. No, but I would. I felt her lips crease into a smile against my shoulder.
Then you won't mind if I lead the dance?
It's not like I can see where I'm going anyway. We both laughed, which surprised me. Did she relax at last? Sure, it would take a while for her to not be annoyed by jokes against myself, but this seemed like a dream. She was dancing with me in my arms and laughing. I couldn't have been happier. I just heard a kiss. That is gross. We let the music guide us all the way until the final note of the song. As the song ended, we gently pulled away from each other, and I could feel Sarah stretch up to kiss my cheek.
Thank you.
You're not welcome. You're welcome. With a smile, I gently pulled her to my side. Sarah looped her arm under mine and guided me off the dance floor, leading me somewhere.
Enjoy yourself on the dance floor?
Come on. Yes, we enjoyed ourselves. She wanted to. I'm not a very positive person. Just ask any of the other personas, but we're gonna say the top one. I had to admit it, I was worried over nothing. Nothing bad came out of dancing with Sarah. In fact, I even made her happy. That made me happy. I, however, smirked in the direction of Josh's voice. I'm surprised you didn't dance with Tyler.
Yeah, about that.
I tilted my head slightly. Was something wrong? Josh cleared his throat before speaking again.
First, let's get more champagne. I'm out, and I need a new glass.
Just on over.
Oh my goodness, that scared even me. Alright, I think we'll read one more depressing section and we'll call it a depressing day. Before Sarah could continue, she let out a short scream of surprise. I almost said depression. From the sound of popping behind her. Because of how close it was, it almost sounded like a gunshot. Sarah gripped to my arm, almost blocking blood flow, and I instantly turned my head to the sound. As the sound of drizzling, fizzy liquid reached my ears, I put two and two together. A bottle of champagne was popped open behind us. At that point, I would have turned around and clocked that person right in the mouth. But that's just me. Anyways, that's going to conclude this episode of Blind Love. I can't believe Jeff made me come back to do this. My name is Lexx. Whatever. I hope you guys had fun, and I will see you next time.